Hello friends, welcome to our kitchen. Bienvenidos a nuestra cocina, amigos. I'm Mira and I'm your wellness chef and holistic coach. And today I want to share with you a special recipe. One recipe that is going to either be a supplement to your rice or a meal by itself. We're going to be making red beans with beef shank. It's packed with protein and antioxidants. It has the pumpkin, the red beans, the beef shank, a delicious bone broth that accomplishes. So this is a great recipe. Stay tuned with us and join us to make some red beans with beef shank. So this is the calabaza. This is traditionally what we use in our beans. I'm not going to peel the skin because I'm putting the beans in the pressure cooker, and the skin is gonna help me keep the calabaza together. So I'm just gonna cut some big chunks. I don't want it too little again because it will disappear, and I want to be able to see the calabaza chunks right there. Pumpkin, this is what it looks like. We took out the seeds and then just dice it up. Red beans are a very traditional also dish in the Puerto Rican cuisine, and having them dried not only saves you money, but it's also healthier. But one thing you want to do is you want to make sure you soak them for a minimum of an hour before you cook them. Ideally overnight, 4 hours, even better. What it's going to do is the bean is going to absorb the water, so they're going to get soft and faster, and it also takes out what causes gas when you eat the beans. So I'm going to rinse them and then we'll use them, and I'll show you how to put them together. All right, so let's get these red beans ready. And like I always share, I like to find some variations, and we're going to use beef shank instead of ham or anything else. The reason I do that, I want to add some protein and make them a little bit more hearty. So if I want to have the beans and the shank alone, I have a full meal like that. Okay, so let's start with the avocado oil. 2 tablespoons of avocado oil on the bottom. We're gonna add 1 cup of diced onions, and I like adding them on the bottom so they kind of make like a little bed for the rest of the ingredients there. I'm gonna season the beef shank with our Adobo'Zon original, the original one, and gonna add a little bit more. No need to sear it, but if you want to sear the beef, you can. I'm not going to do that today. So go back here, we have our onions are in. I'm gonna add 4 garlic cloves, already grounded. And I'm going to add red beans that have been soaking. That's about 16 ounces of red bean. Mix them up a little bit. I have 2 tablespoons of sofrito, traditional sofrito. I'm gonna add also 2 hojitas de recao, 2 culantro leaves just chopped up in there. We're gonna add 2 bay leaves. And now we have our pumpkin or calabaza going into. And I am now going to place the beef shank on top of everything. The steam and the pressure is gonna cook it nice. The juices are going to, I'm gonna put that bone in there for more flavor. Make sure I get all of my Adobo'Zon in there. 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. I'm gonna crank some pepper in there too. Okay, and now I have here 4 cups of bone broth. The reason again I add bone broth is bone broth has about 9 grams of protein per cup. So again, we want to make this so hearty, high protein that if we want to have this as one, just your whole meal, you are able to, and you're getting all of the nutrients or the protein that you might need in a portion. So we're just gonna mix it in. And now we're gonna cook this at 25 minutes on the pressure cooker setting. I'm gonna add 1 cup of water and 1 ají dulce, sweet pepper. Mix that in. Beans are on the bottom, everything is good. And now we're going to seal. Make sure the bread is to the back. So we're gonna do pressure cook. No, keep warm for 25 minutes. Okay, let's check if this is ready to be open. We're gonna put a towel over the vent and then just move it forward. Yep, no steam, so we're safe to open. Turn and pull. Sit the lid. Now let's go ahead and check these beans. Look at that. So this is a high protein dish. It not only has the beef shank, it has the beans, the red beans, and it has also bone broth. And as you can see, the red beans are cooked fully. And the more I mix them, the thicker they're going to get, because they're gonna mix in together. So let me do a plate in here. Let me show you some of that pumpkin. Some of that beef and the beans. This is a full meal, but we can also pair it like we do traditionally with white rice, or maybe the arroz con pollo, or just like that. As I just shared with you, using the pressure cooker, the digital pressure cooker, to soften the beans is a lot easier. Look how tender those are, but they didn't break apart either, so you actually have a whole bite. As I shared, this is a high protein meal, great with white rice, arroz con pollo, or you could simply have it by itself because you have here some vegetables, you have the broth, you have the beans, and you have the beef shank. So I hope that you like this recipe. We use the Adobo'Zon original for it, and you could find it in adobozon.com.